What's up, everybody? Ron Harris here, MD Online Editor. Happy Sunday to you. They just wrapped up judging for the Flex Pro Weekend Italy show over in Milan, Italy. And it does seem that most of the pre-contest predictions were right. It is coming down to Nathan DeAsha and Regan Grimes for the win. That was the final call out, but nobody's surprised. Just go through. The first call out was Blessing Awodibu, Nathan DeAsha, Roman Fritz, and Regan Grimes. Second call out was Theo Legerer, Mike, what is his last name? Not familiar with him. Make Ciesla from Germany, John Turek, Liang Yan from China, and Tim Budesheim. I want to say that it became clear once they got a good look at Liang from China that he's definitely in the mix. I would see him definitely like fourth place, maybe third. I don't know. It's a hell of a show. I also want to say, man, what lighting. American promoters, all promoters, take notes on this. The stream was excellent. The lighting was excellent. And the competitors, all 20, I actually think a couple of them didn't show up. But nobody was out of shape. From top to bottom, condition-wise, this was the best lineup I've seen all year, any show. Nobody was out of shape. Some guys were a little tiny bit off, but nobody was off. I mean, I watched a few of these shows from US and Canada this season where there were some guys up there that were like way off, like weeks and weeks out. Nobody in this show. Everybody brought it. Everybody brought condition. So who's it going to be, Nathan or Regan? We're going to find out soon because they're going to run it straight into, I think they're going to go right into finals now for men's physique and then bikini, women's bikini, and then directly back into the open men because it's all happening right now. So it's 1:39 p.m. in the East Coast. They are 6 hours ahead. It's 7:40 p.m. So I think they're going to take a little break and come back. But it's all going to be over in a couple hours, I'm pretty sure. Probably about 2-3 hours at the most. So Nathan or Regan, strong points. Nathan looks fantastic. Nathan's an excellent competitor. He's been 7th place at the Olympia. He's got, I think, 10 pro wins now. Regan looks phenomenal. This is the biggest I've ever seen Regan. I do think that Milos, his coach, I think they went more for fullness and they sacrificed some condition because the pictures I saw, Instagram and everything's not reality, but the pictures I saw in the last few days, he was a little sharper, a little drier and tighter. It looks like they really wanted to bring in Regan, huge, full, bursting, and they did. But Nathan's got the condition over him. Nathan also has a much better chest. I love Regan's physique. Beautiful. Shoulders, back, arms, legs. His chest could use some work. Nathan really doesn't have any weak points. It's definitely coming down to them. The surprise of the show is Liang, to me anyways, Liang Yan from China. Last year, we were calling him Xiao Ming. He had turned pro at the Amateur Olympia in Romania at the Romania Muscle Fest, then jumped into the Romania show, and I think he got 7th in the Open, even though he was, just turned pro, and I think he could have sucked down at 212, but he decided to go open. He had told Giles Thomas in some communications on WhatsApp that he was coming in at around 240, and Giles thought, that's ridiculous. There's no way you're going to be 240 on stage unless you're way out of shape. Looking at him today, because he's probably about 5'3", maybe 5'4", I think he might be 240. But man, Tim Budesheim and Theo Legerer both looked amazing. They were not in that first call out. They were in the second call out, but I fully expect them. So, and just talk about Blessing for a second. Blessing redeemed himself in terms of condition. He hired this gentleman named Courtney Cheek, who works with Matt Jansen. I still don't know if he's like Matt's apprentice or partner in the team in the Matt Jansen coaching business, but he showed up at that Chicago show a few weeks ago looking just way off. He was coaching himself, and the condition was just, I'll say it was shitty. It was horrible. For a pro show, for a guy that had won a couple pro shows. But whatever they did in between now and then, they pulled all that fat off him. He was in great condition. A lot of it seemed to come off the legs, which are not Blessing's strong point as it is. I think he's really struggling to stay 3rd place. Roman Fritz. Crazy condition. Roman does not have some of the advantages. He doesn't have a really genetically wide frame, doesn't have those wide clavicles. But man, brought the condition. He's not the biggest guy, but you know, it's not about who's the biggest guy, or else, you know, obviously they would just weigh these guys in or something. So top 5 as I see it right now, I would go Nathan, Regan, Roman, Blessing, Liang. Is that 5? And then probably, who would I go after that? I don't know, man. Theo looks really good. Theo could be up there too. Let's see what you guys think. If you guys watched this, for those of you who did watch, let's go to the live. Let's go to live and see what you guys think. Go to the chat. Where's that chat? Nathan dominated the show. Yeah, I mean, I'd be very, very surprised if Nathan doesn't win. But Regan was not in condition. Yeah, M12. I agree. I don't think it was the right choice, and I assume it was a deliberate decision on the part of Milos and Regan to bring him in fuller, and the condition was not as sharp as it could have been. I think in condition, you know, maybe Nathan still would have won, but I think they left the door open for Nathan to walk away with this. Who gives a fuck? I have Regan winning super big, lean enough, and super complete. If he fixes his tan, it's game over. I don't know, man. I don't think he's lean enough, though. I don't. I mean, he's very lean, but Nathan's much lean. Nathan's in way better condition. Mohit, Nathan dominated M12. I don't think it was a smart move by Milos to go to more fuller look. He needed condition to beat Nathan. Yeah, and again, I assume this was a conscious, deliberate decision. I don't think, you know, Milos knows what he's doing. He's been working with Regan a while now. I don't think it was a case of like, oh, they ate the wrong thing or he spilled over. I think they intentionally brought him in really big and full, which he is. Regan looks fantastic today. And obviously if Nathan hadn't showed up, but you know what? There's 2 more shows. There's another one in France. There's another one in Italy. And Nathan and Regan have both committed to all 3 shows. So it might be a case of maybe Nathan wins this one. Maybe Regan wins the next one. Then Nathan, you know, who knows? But it'd be interesting to see them go back and forth like that. Who gives a fuck? I think Liang is taking 3rd. Super impressive physique. I agree. The only thing that worries me is structure counts. Structure does count. And Liang, I don't believe you should tell if someone's either tall or short when you see them by themselves. That means the limbs should be in proportion. You shouldn't have super long limbs or super short limbs. Liang does have kind of like a normal proportion torso. Doesn't have a short or long torso, but his arms and legs are on the shorter side. You can tell looking at him, he's a very short guy. That's structure. Structure does factor in, but geez, he is packed. He is a freak, Liang. Tons and tons of muscle, crazy arms, crazy legs. So yeah, I'd have no argument with Liang taking 3rd here today. Let's see. What do we got? Guys are on fire today. Dane says Regan, Nathan, Roman. Yeah, maybe. Who gives a fuck? Roman is posing horribly. His side poses are awfully executed. Well, that's odd because he's a veteran. He's been doing this a while. Mario Spinner. Nathan was more balanced and Regan way too big, blocky. I wouldn't call him blocky. I just think he came in too full and didn't have the condition. Mario Spinner. Roman Fritz 3rd. Yeah, I wouldn't argue that either. Liang or him. They're both worthy of 3rd. I think it's going to be 3rd and 4th. No particular order. Liang and Roman. They're going to be like that. Daniel Moncada, Nathan shut the door and locked it. That's a good one. I'm stealing that, Daniel. I like that. Mario Spinner, bigger is not always better. Oh, 100%. Yeah. Who gives a fuck? What are you talking about, Mario? Regan is much more complete and balanced. Mario Spinner, exactly. Paul Bartlett, blessing to WWE. You know, why not? I mean, if I could choose between being a WWE superstar and IFBB pro, unless you're like Mr. Olympia, I would go with the WWE career. You're in front of millions and millions of people. I know it's a brutal traveling schedule, but he's got such a great personality for wrestling. Maybe he will do that. I kind of hope he does. I think he'd be amazing as a pro wrestler, Blessing. I really think that's his calling. You wrote the same. Regan too big. Bigger than I was better. Samson, 1, 2, 3, 2, 1. I always wonder why athletes carb load when they look fantastic before. If Regan's look really looked like his Instapics, he should not have done anything more. Yeah, I was looking at his Instagram pictures and videos. You know, they can tweak the pictures. We all can sharpen pictures and stuff, but I think he was in better condition over this past few days from the pictures and videos that Milos was, mostly pictures, that Milos was posting. And I think that version of Regan would have stood a much better chance today. Show's not over, guys. They have a couple hours. Milos is a master at this. If anybody can take some water, because it's not fat. He didn't gain any fat, Regan Grimes, in the last day or two. It's just glycogen in the muscles, and he probably the water retention. He probably spilled over just a little bit from a lot of carbs. I wouldn't be surprised if he took in like a couple thousand grams of carbs over these past 2 days. But why do they do it? It's a gamble. Sometimes if you're going up against somebody who's really big and full and round, like a Nathan's known for having that round, full muscle look to him. Maybe you want to beat him that way, but coming in big and round yourself. It's not over, guys. He became blocky. I didn't see his waist didn't look any. Regan's waist looked fine to me. No, Regan is better, Mario. See, at the midsection, no chance. Yeah, see, it's close. I mean, I don't think Nathan's blowing the show away. I personally think he has it. I'm sure Milos would argue with me right now. And Regan looks great, and the show's not over, and they do have time to make adjustments. They have a couple hours to dry him out, get rid of water, and that certainly can be done. I've seen it done in the span of 2 or 3 hours many times over the years. Did you see any asymmetry in Nathan's biceps? Didn't see updates. They look the same to me, and he had torn both of them over the past year. Not just one bicep. Nathan's coming back from two bicep tears. God bless him. Yikes. M12, the good news, most of the competitor will compete in France and Spain. The European show is going to be phenomenal. Yeah, I really give it up to these European pros because they're not afraid to compete. They will do many, many shows over the course of a season. A lot of the American guys, they'll do like one show, like, I'm shutting it down. I'll see you guys next year. Peace out. These European guys, they stay on their grind. They keep going and going, and they maintain their condition, if not get better. So props to these guys. Let's see. Who gives a fuck? Nathan's waist is too long. He does have a long waist, yeah. His torn bicep really looks like a 212 next to Regan. Yeah, Regan is much bigger and fuller. Absolutely. No argument there. But it's not a size contest. I mean, I'm sure it's very close. They brought those two back out, just those two at the end for a reason. It's the judges have it narrowed down to these two guys that they're looking at for the win. And it's nothing's determined yet. Nothing's decided. The show is still going on. There's a confirmation round coming up in a couple hours. And if Regan is tighter with that size and fullness, that could be the advantage. And maybe he could win. We'll see. I've seen strange things happen. Tony Ruggiero, Nathan has such a long waist. It looks odd next to a guy with better balance like Regan. Well, we've seen guys in the past with longer waists do very well. I agree it's not the ideal structure, but yeah, Regan has a better structure for sure. Uncertainty principle. Nathan muscles have that hardness always. Yeah, he is rock hard today. Please don't take that out of context, guys. He's in great condition. Considering he preps for like 6 weeks, Nathan does not do the standard 16-week prep. I don't think he ever has. I think like 8 or 10 weeks is probably the longest he's ever prepped. Let's see. Gentleman with some Arabic letters there for your name. I'm sorry, I can't read Arabic. Well, sir, from your perspective, who is more qualified to win here? Who merely impressed you? I mean, I'm a conditioned guy. I'm a conditioned snob. So if somebody comes in off their best condition and somebody next to them is very good and has better condition, I go with that guy. I go with Nathan for this one. But we'll see. We'll see what they look like in a couple hours. Because like I said, if it's just a little bit of water spilling over, Milos can fix that. Milos knows what to do, guys. He's one of the best coaches in the world. So, Gio, Nathan looked at his best condition but lost size in the back. He was totally swamped by Regan. Regan's got an awesome back. There was one picture that kept going viral over the past couple weeks. I think it was taken at 2 weeks out or 3 weeks out. It was Regan in the opposing trunks or underwear, I don't know. It was a rear lat spread, and man, that back on Regan is crazy. He has very, very impressive back. Better than Nathan, better than most people in the IFBB Pro League. Mario Spanner's winking. Dennis Dew, if you remember, when Nathan participated in Korea, was the best condition and muscle quality. I don't remember. Nathan's won, I think, 10 shows at this point. Vacky 96 seems a little spill, maybe some dry, doesn't play the game, but Regan's posing is a little off. I didn't have a problem with his posing. I think he was posing adequately. Neo-San King, y'all need to remember Samson Arnold, Ohio came back in better condition in the finals. He did, and Samson did not have the best condition up there, but it's not a condition contest. It's a total package. So whoever has the best total package of size, shape, structure, symmetry, condition, presentation, factor all those things in together. Who's got the best combination of all those attributes? That's your winner. Paul Herbal, yeah, Roman is in 3rd to 5th spot and Tim 6th or 7th. Yeah, Tim Budasheim looks great today. Louis Pagan, Blessing one side chest. Yeah, Blessing's good. I hope I don't sound like I'm really pissing on Blessing because I think Blessing is a phenomenal bodybuilder, and he's got some great shots. So, his front double bicep. Of course, I'd like to see some more quad on him in that shot, quad development, quad sweep, but tiny little waist, flared out lats, crazy arms. Blessing's got some great poses for sure. The old man, 63. Where do you think Regan be right now if he'd stayed at Oxygen Gym? Well, I mean, he might have had health problems because Regan said he was very concerned that they were pushing him to get too big too fast. And he just wasn't feeling comfortable with that. He didn't think it was a safe thing to do, healthy thing to do. I don't know how much bigger Regan could get than he is now anyway. I mean, he could obviously he's a young guy. He's like, what's he, only 30, 29? He could still put a little bit more muscle on, but it's not like Regan needs a lot more size. I think he's got beautiful shape, structure, all that. He's got plenty of size now. I don't think he needs to be much bigger. It's just keep refining, which is what I was seeing. If you look at Milos's Facebook or Instagram, you'll see some pictures from the last week where Regan was looking crazy, just nice and dry, grainy. I want to see that. I want to see him, if he can bring that back in 2-3 hours for the confirmation round, he could get this win. It's not over, guys. It's not over. Beast der Deutsche. Who's the best German? I go, is that what that means? I don't know. Deutsche must mean German, right? No? Or that'd be Deutschlander. I don't know. Beast? What's beast? I don't speak German. I barely speak English, as you can tell. M12. The good news for Regan, he's beating Blessing, so we got $5,000 plus he's in pocket at least. Yeah, I don't think that was the best. It was a publicity stunt, but if I was Regan, I'd be like, you know what, Blessing, it's cool. Keep your money, dude. Because he just had a baby. Muscle Tech pays him well, I'm sure, and everything. Blessing, I don't think Blessing's like hurting financially, but still, if I was Regan, I'd be like, it's all right, dude. Don't worry about it. You don't have to give me the $5,000. L3 LLO. They're lucky Jason Genova or Big Lenny didn't decide to compete in the show. Just saying, yeah. There's always a reference to the Jason Genova. Gio Blessing didn't win side chest. Legs are part of side chest. Yeah, I mean, I'd like to see some more hams on Bless, just more legs in general. He's got such a crazy upper body. It's not that his legs are weak. He's got such a great upper body that you would need a really incredible lower body to match that. And I wouldn't describe Blessing's lower body as incredible. OG Grinder, thanks for covering the show. You're welcome. I'll be back in a couple hours with the results. Cameron, not Courtney. What'd I call him? Oh, Cameron Cheek. Cameron, sorry, Raiden. Yeah, do you know, while you're on here, Raiden, what is his affiliation with Matt? Is he like a business partner, Matt Jansen? Is Matt like hired him to take on some clients that he can't personally handle? I don't know the situation. He did a great job. He brought Blessing in. I think was that 6 weeks ago, Chicago, if that. So he did a lot, major improvements in condition in a very short amount of time. So Cameron, congrats to him. He did it. He really pulled it out. Chirac Abral, what are the chances of Blessing winning the show? No, when they have a final call out of two guys, it's one of those guys. It's not anybody else. So unless like Nathan or Regan eats like a couple pizzas and drinks like a gallon of beer and they'll come back all bloated or something in a couple hours. No, nothing's going to change. Gio Ron, do you think Nathan lost size from the back in order to get in unreal condition? I have seen him bigger and fuller. I have seen Nathan bigger and fuller. I don't know if it was a conscious, deliberate decision on Nathan's part. Like I said, did Milos bring in Nathan on purpose, bigger and fuller, and sacrifice a little condition? Did Nathan intentionally come in with great condition and knowing he was probably going to sacrifice a little bit of fullness? I don't know. I have seen Nathan fuller than that for sure. M12, I think Regan needs to practice posing more. Why he didn't do vacuum in front double? Look how much better we did it when he posed with Jay Cutler. Yeah, don't know. Well, maybe he was. I throw out theories. I have no idea if this is the case, but if he's been eating thousands and thousands of grams of carbs in the past few days, which maybe is the case, it would probably be hard for him to pull a vacuum right now. Jimmy Kim, how come all these years of shows and you guys still don't know what when they put two guys, the one on the left is the winner? Well, it's not always the guy on the left. I mean, a lot of times it's the guy they put in the middle. If it's like a 5-man call out, the guy who's in the middle and there's two on one side, two on the other, most of the time that's your winner. 4H. And Jimmy, you got to realize a lot of the fans are not, veteran fans. A lot of them are newer to following the sport and they haven't seen a ton of shows and seen these patterns of how the judges place people and things like that. if, you know, Jimmy, you and I, we've been around forever, I guess, so we know. Blessing's kind of out of the picture for winning. LOL. Yeah, I don't think he's winning. He doesn't have a chance of winning today. Cool that Roman brought it again. Yeah, Roman's very consistent. I give him a lot of credit. Dennis Du, Regan, in my opinion, looks good. Big just needs more condition. I'd like to see more chest on him too. Side shots, the chest is flat. And I know it's tough with these guys who are really tall and wide like he is. I know pecs can be a problem. I remember like Evan always had that problem because he had these shoulders that were like crazy wide. It's just a lot to fill in. It's a lot of area. So you need them. And, you know, you see it especially when they throw up the front double bicep. You have to have really thick pecs to see the pecs in the front double bicep where they still look thick. If they sort of go away and flatten out, that's when you know someone needs more pecs. Jimmy Kim, even though Nathan tore his biceps, he's still better than Regan's biceps. Yeah. Gregory Ulisse up in Montreal, Canada. What's up, Gregory? Blessings losing 5K to Regan. Like I said, if I'm Regan and I'm a nice guy, which I know Regan is, I've talked to him, I'd say, dude, don't worry about it. It's cool. Don't worry about the 5K. It's all right. I mean, he just had a baby, for God's sake, Blessing. Paul Herbel, yeah. Yes, Deutsche means German. I asked another guy who asked about the German. Yeah, Deutschlander, I thought, you know, all I know is from like World War II movies, like crappy. I don't speak any German. I speak English and some very poor Spanish. Just enough to get by. Blessing with Regan with a flat chest, yeah. Greggy says, I agree with you about Regan taking money from Blessing. He's not gonna demand the money. He'll throw it back at him. I'd be like, no, your money. Keep your money, dude. Really, keep your money. It's cool. It's cool. Because he's gonna either win or get second today. And I don't know what the prize money is, but he's all set. You know, he's got great sponsors. He's got millions of followers. He's all set. The Pixel Ventures, can Krizo beat this lineup? Yeah, maybe. Yeah, Krizo's damn good. I'm very, very interested to see how Krizo does this year. He was 12th last year. I'm damn sure he's going to do better than 12th this year, Krizo. Chiraga Roll, can Nathan crack top 10 in Mr. O this year? I think so. I mean, last year's top 10 was Hottie, Derek, Nick, Brandon, Rami, Sampson, Hunter, Andrew Jack, Bonac, who's not competing, and Raphael is not competing. After that was Ian, who just retired. He's out of the Olympia. And Krizo. So, yeah, of course. Nathan can absolutely make top 10 in the Olympia. He's been top 10 before. He was 7th. This is Nathan's show. Nathan, too sure. A lot of people, yeah, a lot of people. Michael Williams, Nathan's definitely winning from stream. And it's a great stream. I've seen some crappy streams this year. Not going to name any names. But take notes, promoters. These people did it right. Beautiful, sharp picture quality. I'm just watching it on my PC screen. It looked great. A lot of times, I can't even tell the nuances. I can't see all the little details. I can't see if somebody's really that much better condition than somebody else. But this stream, great job, these promoters of the show. And I'm sorry I don't know their names off the top of my head. Dennis Doe, I guess Regan and athletes like him needs a coach to help with different training methods, improve more. Regan has made a lot of improvements. I remember 2018, he sucked down to like 218 or 220 to do classic, and he won the New York Pro. You know, this is like this Regan we see today is literally twice the size of that Regan. Tusharana. Nathan is clearly winning the front and side shots. Regan needs more size and conditioning. Yeah. Michael Williams, I have Roman over Regan based on the stream too. Oh, you have Roman over Regan. Condition-wise, but Regan's so big, so wide, so full. I do not see Roman beating Regan today. Like I said, Roman, amazing bodybuilder, condition, top-notch. Awesome condition. Congrats to him. Structurally, he does not have that really wide structure and that natural X-frame like Regan has. Regan is taller. He's got these wide clavicles. So he has the taper and the thighs. Gives him a much better X-frame. But Roman looks great. I mean, I didn't see anybody out of shape in this lineup of like 20 guys. Everybody brought it today. Let's see. J.W. Andrew Corp. I'd make him pay up, then give it right back to him as a baby gift. Oh, there you go. That's a good idea. Here you go. This is for your son. Neo Sun King, horrible lighting. What? No, I thought they had great lighting. What are you talking about? No, we disagree. Maybe you need new glasses. I don't know, dude. I thought the lighting was great. And I've seen some shitty lighting at some of these shows this year. I have. This was not bad lighting. This was pretty damn good lighting. Pixel Venture, should Rami do all the shows to gain confidence? Or do you think Rami can't beat this lineup now? I mean, Rami is a 2-time Mr. Olympia. He's not going to, he never needs to qualify for the Olympia. Why would he do a show like this? And it's not putting down this show. I'm just saying Rami is a 2-time Mr. Olympia. He's got a lifetime qualification for the Olympia. If I were him, I would just prep and do the Olympia. Goku Luffy, where to watch the live stream? So you had to go to, I have that on a different screen. It was HTTPS. It's not free. You have to pay $21 US. Streaming-ifbbpro.online. And then it was /Prueba. So go to ifbbpro.com. You probably want to watch it for free, so you might not even be listening to me at this point because you do have to pay. ifbbpro.com. The homepage has, like a rotating slider with flyers for the shows. You click on it. It takes you to the competitor list for this. At the bottom is the promoter's website. You go on that, and then there's a tab for the live stream. I gotta go back to this tab so I know what you're saying. Where to watch live stream? Nathan Firstron, yeah, Velatization. Where's Nathan placing Olympus? Well, it's Olympia, not the Olympus. Mount Olympus was the mountain in ancient Greece that they based all this on. I think he's top 10. I don't know where he's going to place. Who knows? Looney Tunes fan, what's up? Steve Rivera, Nathan First, baby. Brandon Looney Tunes Ever, 2K. Brandon, you always come here and tell us how many subscribers you have on your channel. I appreciate you being here, but that's kind of irrelevant to what we're talking about here. We're talking about a contest that just wrapped up judging. Steve Rivera, Regan looking soft, flashy background, slightly distracting. J.W. Andrew Court, Regan's still got another level of conditioning he can hit. He was a little soft in the glutes and lower back. I agree. He was not. And I think this is a recent thing. I think it's just a case of a lot of carbs and spilling over. I don't think it's a body fat issue, which tells me, Milos is a master at this stuff. He can get that water off of him in a matter of 2 or 3 hours. Milos will just give him whatever you need to give somebody to get rid of all that water quickly. And I'm very confident he's going to be sharper at the confirmation round. And we'll see. I've seen the confirmation round. We saw Phil Plehar beat, was it Hassan? We've seen the confirmation round actually make a big difference as far as who won in a couple shows this season. So it could happen. Michael Williams, the LED screen was distracting. Yeah, I mean, ideally we would have that black background, but these promoters, they make most of their money from the sponsors. It's not from the tickets and stuff. So they have to keep the sponsors happy and have their logos, visually prominent at all times. Yeah, of course, a black backdrop would be perfect, but that's a perfect world. More characters in the mix. Anyone else have been working on AW Cloud Practitioner? What? Are you even on the right video here, dude? Sunita Singh. Milo said Regan will beat Nathan almost every shot. I guess the opposite as of now. I don't see him beating him at every shot. They're very close. What if you gave to my channel? Gave what to your channel? Gave you money? I don't know what you're talking about, Brandon. Lawrence Fairclough. Come on, Nathan. Who won? Nobody won yet. Luxury cars. They just wrapped up judging. It's happening over in Milan, Italy right now. They're on break. They're going to come back with... Actually, let me take a look and see what they're on right now. Are they still on break? Yeah, the live stream is offline now. They're going to come back when they're ready. They're taking a break between judging and finals. So nobody won yet. It's going to either be Regan Grimes or Nathan Dasha. One of those guys is going to win within, when it's all over in a couple hours. Neo Sun King Regan was also out of gas on stage compared to Nathan urging Regan on to pose next to shot. Yeah. That's why posing practice really matters. Because especially when it's close between a couple guys, the head judge will work you. They want to see if it comes down to it sometimes, they'll just go and pose these guys until somebody, not drops, but until somebody fades. Because how else are you going to make a decision? What about Tim Budesheim? Tim looked awesome. He was in the second call out. I think Tim's probably going to be about 5th, maybe 6th. He looked really good. So did Theo Leguerre from France. Theo also looked great. And very impressed with Lian Yang from China. He's the new freak on the block. Live streaming offline now, yeah. Well, it's off stream because they're on break. The show's not happening right now. They're going to come back and start the finals for men's physique, bikini, and then, you know, obviously open men's. That's what they always finish with. Go Kuluffy, is there a link to the live stream somewhere? It's not free. If you're looking for a free live stream, there is no free live stream. I can't post the link here right now, but like I said, if you really care and you can do a few clicks, go to ifbbpro.com, go to the homepage and the flyer for this show, and keep clicking, and you'll get to the website for it. And there's a link there to buy the stream. It's not free. There are like no free streams anymore, guys. You got to pay for all these things. They're all, you know, $20 to $50. This one was $21 US. It wasn't bad. More carries Nathan wins. That'd be huge for him to come back. Yeah. How's my leg? It's still very painful, but it's getting better. It's going to be a long haul, but I'll get there. I am on OxyContin right now, 10 milligrams. I'm doing one with 5 times a day throughout, from the time I wake up to the time I go to bed. So I am tiny bit loopy. I feel a little bit fuzzy. So, but it's either that or excruciating pain. Let's see. When men's physique final will start, probably very soon. Faisal Khan, probably very soon. I don't know. The only time listed was the start time for the pro show, which was it started at 4:30 p.m. Milan time. So there was no indication as to when they're going to start this. Everybody's on break now. The judges are probably getting a bite to eat, and then they'll come back when they're ready. Dennis Stu, Nathan is a warrior in the gym and during prep. Regan, great bodybuilder too. Prep coach, not enough for the top level bodybuilders, and training coach must help him more and motivates him. I think Milos is a very, very good coach. He trains these guys one-on-one and hands-on in the gym. I mean, Regan moved from Canada to Las Vegas just to be there with his coach, Milos, so he could work with him one-on-one, hands-on all the time. So Milos is very much a hands-on guy. Doesn't do it through of course he has to do a lot of these guys through FaceTime, but if they can get to him personally, he works with them. Wayne McKay, Regan said he was competing in the Spain show next week. Do we know if Nathan is also? Yeah, both of them committed to the 3 European shows. So Spain next week, and then France is the last European show. Is that right? Yeah. And that's it. Yeah. So both of those guys are doing all 3 shows. So we might see Nathan win all 3, Regan win all 3, or it might go back and forth. Who knows? We'll see. It's going to be exciting. Faisal Khan, you already answered that one. Bro, what happened with Blessings? I don't think anything happened with him. He came in great condition. He just doesn't have the lower body to challenge these guys. He still needs more legs. He's sick of hearing that, but I can't ignore the obvious. I can't just say he's perfect. Nobody's perfect. But Blessing would be doing a lot better. He's won 2 pro shows, but he would be doing better if he had more leg development to match the upper body, because his upper body is phenomenal. Stream was running still. Oh, bikini finals are on now? Oh, geez. I better go eat. All right, guys, I'm going to wrap this up. I'll be back after the open finals to give you the results of that, and you can give your opinion on that stuff. So appreciate you all watching and joining. We'll see very soon, within an hour or two, who wins this, Regan or Nathan. We'll find out very soon. So subscribe to the channel, put your notifications on YouTube and on your phones. Like, subscribe, share, all that good stuff. See you guys very soon. Talk to you. Bye.